So what came first? Did the Death Race come first or Spartan? Which one of those two did you kick off?
Death Race came first. Crazy race takes place every year in Vermont. Anybody listening, if they want to do the Death Race, they should probably check themselves into a prison for a while for training. And then once you get out, send me an email, joe@spartan.com. I'll get you into the race. You'd have to be a pretty rugged individual to do this, though. And it takes place on the farm in Vermont. And the idea was to emulate life. Everything that can go wrong does go wrong in life. Let's create a race where people aren't spending their time and money to save 4 ounces on a bike seat or buy an $800 wetsuit. Let's focus on becoming human and pushing past boundaries and doing what's seemingly impossible with very little resources. And just when you got it all figured out, you get punched in the face again. And I changed the rules of the race, and it looks like it might go on for another 3 days. And you got to figure out how to hang in there, how to not let the 6 inches between your ears, convince you to quit. And that was Death Race.
And then, so you go on. Sorry,
I was going to say. Then years later, we came up with Spartan Race.
So as the architect of the Death Race, which I guess the name says it already, you obviously there to kind of break people and to push them to the limits. And my guess is you must be an expert in what it takes to break people. So what are some of the common things that you can put down or even in life that just absolutely destroys people? What's our vulnerabilities?
Well, this is my wheelhouse. Number one, I don't know if I want to give away all my secrets on how easy it is to break individuals. But just think for a moment, if you're listening to this, think about the things that drive you absolutely nuts, right? When your expectations aren't met. Like if there was a Dunkin' Donuts and they open up at 6 a.m. and you drive there to get your coffee, let's just say they weren't open. Let's just say they weren't serving coffee till 10. Maybe they're only doing green juices today. So when your expectations aren't met, when you've got something dead set, it's been delivered before, you know it exactly the way you like it, and then your world is turned upside down. That's an easy one to break people. Another one, if you're listening and you have a family or friends and you want to break them, just turn the hot water off. People hate cold water. They hate it. It's so easy to break individuals in cold water. It's a very accurate test of checking one's resiliency. Another one is create chaos. If we were being led by a couple of leaders in the military and they started arguing and there was confusion around which way we should go or what hill we should attack, that frustrates the hell out of people when there's just chaos and confusion. Move the finish line. You're running a 26.2 mile marathon and the organizer decided to make this one 28 miles. That drives people batty. Anyway, I can go on and on and on. This is my favorite topic is breaking people.
And when obviously you're aware and you've got your own little laboratory that kind of proves out some of these theories, do you then as an individual, and when you're training people, you've got boot camps and a number of things going on, are you then trying to train people to deal with chaos, deal with when the finish line gets moved, deal with cold, for example? Are those things that you then kind of say, okay, well, look, this is what's going to screw you up. This is what you should be focusing on in life?
Well, funny enough, years later, after Death Race had blossomed and Spartan had blossomed, we started a race called the Agoge, which was the original term used in ancient Sparta to train the young boys that became warriors. It was a 13-year training program, AGOGE. And so we started the Agoge, which travels around the world to train people for exactly that, to train them to be able to deal with those things. Now, I will tell you from firsthand experience, I've been doing this, let's call it 30 plus years. No matter how many times some of those things happen, it's still hard not to break. The human brain will give you the most logical reasons to quit. And it makes perfect sense. And it sounds so eloquent when you're telling your race director or your loved ones why you're quitting at that moment. And sure enough, a week later, you're writing an email that says, I can't believe I quit. I didn't need to quit. I could have definitely done this. So the brain, you got to watch out for that brain.